Hello, everybody. This is going to be another homework live. I used this team, in my last video, which was probably one of my favorite videos that I've ever made. I just really like the idea of winning battles because of hacks. Some of those battles I didn't play exactly the best. Like that last battle, I just sacked Clefable off of like a really dolt-headed prediction. I don't know. I guess I figured he wouldn't stay in with his Hydreigon, but he was content to sack his Hydreigon at that point. I don't know. Today most likely I've got Donkey Kong music going on, and I really, really like the music from those games, even though I've never played it. Never played a single well, I've played the arcade Donkey Kong, but I feel like everybody's played that. So, before we start this one, I want to go into this team in particular. I don't know if I've said this before, but generally I do better with teams that I build myself because I understand what the point of every Pokemon is and how certain Pokemon synergize together. But this team, it's a sample OU team. You can find it if you go to the overused room on Pokemon Showdown. There will be something here called I know you can't see it because it's cut off a little bit, but sample teams. This right here will give you some ideas for some teams, and this is one of the teams. It's made by a pretty prominent Smogon player, Finchinator. And his team right here, it's got Conkeldurr, 255 speed, or not 255, 225 speed. This is going to outspeed certain Clefable sets, like this one that's not running any speed, like certain Corviknights. Does it outspeed? Yeah, it will outspeed like low speed Seismitoads. It's a pretty decent wall breaker. I wouldn't say that it can just come in and destroy something like a Seismitoad or a Clefable. It's gonna definitely need some chip before it gets those kills, but like Clefable is gonna die at around 70%, give or take, to an Earthquake. Seismitoad's probably gonna die at about that same percent to close combat. Some people might want to run bulk up over close combat for this Conk, which is it kind of depends on what you need your Conk to do. I think that close combat is fine on this particular Conkeldurr for this particular team, because I'm not as interested in setting up bulk ups on this Conk as I am with just going ahead and nuking something. I like this Hydreigon. Nasty Plot and Flash Cannon is really good against Clefable, because unless they're running like max special defense, they almost always die to a +2 Flash Life Orb Flash Cannon. I think at max, it's only like 60-something% to kill, which is a little unfortunate. But if you can get some, again, if you can get some chip on Clefable, it should be fine. Rotom's good for getting chip, for sure, because it can just Volt Switch around. It's also got this Trick Choice Scarf, which is really nice. You saw it, if you saw my last video, you saw it won a game, or I don't know if I would say it by itself won the game, but it allowed me to beat a Hatterene that was Calm Minding up. It allowed me to invalidate an opposing Seismitoad. That's mostly what this thing is going to try to do. It baits in Seismitoad because Seismitoad doesn't take... I mean, it takes all of these hits really well, is what I was meaning to say. So you can trick it, the Choice Scarf, and most Seismitoads do not like that. So yeah, I really like this team. Nothing to speak of for Corviknight. It's just Corviknight. We all know what Corviknight does. we're kind of cut off on the edge there. I'm sorry if this is like... Sorry if this is like too much inside baseball for everyone. Having to reset that. And sorry if it looked bad there. We don't really have any particular goals for this live. Maybe I should set some goals, like we should get such and such number of wins, we should showcase such and such Pokemon, but I'm not really, like, I don't know, I'm not that confident in myself. I just want to play and play decently, point out any mistakes that I make or my opponent makes, and just have a good time. So what am I looking at here? We're looking at a team that is constructed somewhat similar to me. It's got a kind of similar offensive core, which both of our Hydreigons are it's kind of shaky how usable they'll be. I like my Hydreigon against his team more than his Hydreigon against mine. I think I have better switch-ins than he does. Gyarados, as long as I've got Rotom, I don't have to worry about Gyarados. I don't particularly need to trick off my Choice Scarf to anything. Maybe to his Clefable, but other than that, I think I could, if I catch his Conkeldurr as well, that might be something, but I'd have to get it before the Flame Orb goes off. Not particularly interested in that, though. I don't want him to lead, I really don't want him to lead Gyarados and, proceed to sweep me if I go something like Seismitoad, so I'm going to go to Rotom here. He may have chosen to lead Excadrill, and if he did, then I would just switch immediately to Corviknight. I'm gonna stay in Volt Switch here. We're gonna try to see what Hydreigon set this is. So he is definitely Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf Hydreigon is very good for me to know that. I'm fine with him eating up this Volt Switch. I can just go straight to Corviknight. And Corviknight pretty much walls this thing. I'll go for Defog. Now, I am a specially defensive Corviknight, so I don't like taking big hits here. I don't know if... I don't think Corviknight dies to a close combat, but it will take a lot of damage, and I'm going to have to weigh whether or not that damage is worth it. Well, I don't want anything else to take that. Maybe Clefable, but also... He could also have Thunder Punch, and Thunder Punch does threaten a KO. Actually, does it? I don't know. I think I'm gonna not Iron Head. I'm gonna U-turn here just to see what he does. Okay, so he goes to Aegislash. Huh. I could go to Hydreigon. I could go to... well, I don't want to go to Conk, because I don't know what Aegislash set he is. If he's special, he would just kind of destroy me. So... he's got a couple plays he could make. He could stay in and take a Dark Pulse. He could switch out, and then I would choose maybe Clefable, and I would want to Flash Cannon that, or he could switch into Hydreigon if he's like really aggressive. I don't think he stays in here. I'm gonna click Flash Cannon to see if I catch his Clefable. That's kind of aggressive. Maybe I should just okay. I was gonna say maybe I should just Dark Pulse because it hits everything. I don't know. I'm gonna calc this really quickly. Hydreigon with Life Orb versus Clefable. Maybe something like Calm Mind, Clefable. Okay, well we did a lot more than that. So, Flash Cannon. Well, okay. Dark Pulse will definitely kill, so I'm just gonna go for Dark Pulse here. And we get rid of his Clefable, and that's really nice. He was probably the Life Orb Clefable set. Which I'm not really... I don't know, I'm not really a big fan of that. So I could risk like a crit and just like, and risk also a miss and go for, what is it? Draco Meteor on his Mach Punch here. But I'm not, I don't know. He could make a switch or do something to really ruin this. So I'm just gonna go to Clefable. Nice. That was you see critical hits. I know how to call them. So he may have Poison Jab. My gut is that he probably doesn't. I don't know. So I'm gonna Protect here. And based on that, I don't think he's got Poison Jab. I should have probably known based on the fact that he's got an Excadrill for this team. I pretty much always go Corviknight on his Excadrill. So he could go where? Who did he go last time we made this play? He went to Conk, right? And I could try to get in my Clefable. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna defog again. I'm not particularly scared of this Conk, especially thinking that it does not have Poison Jab. So that was quite a bit of damage there, for sure. I'm gonna Protect. Facade. Interesting. We will definitely die to Facade, so I'm gonna go to Corviknight. Take that Facade. I took it okay. And now pretty much I get to pick a sack, right? I'm not okay with Corviknight dying here, and I think it will die to, I think it will die to something like a close combat. I think I'll just go to Seismitoad. Okay, this is some good stuff. I'll Stealth Rock right away. I probably should be fearing something like if he was, say, Substitute, but he is not showing to be Substitute. I'm assuming that's like Specs. I know I'm not specially defensive, but should I sack here? Should I sack Seismitoad? Do I need Seismitoad? I don't think Seismitoad switches in on anything. We're gonna play a little faster here because I notice I'm low on time. I can pretty much just Dark Pulse here. I'll Protect. Yeah, those turns went by kind of quick. Basically, what I'm doing is making sure that my Clefable lives these hits. Who's the most expendable member on my team? Probably Clefable, to be honest. So I'm gonna Wish here. interesting. I wonder, I don't know what the Conk matchup is. Maybe it's in his favor. I think Rotom will live a hit at the, like a Mach Punch at this range. So I think Overheat is pretty okay here. Just in case he went to Excadrill. I think you U-turn here. Yeah, maybe I should have stayed in. But, so that this Conk doesn't come back in. But, I don't know. I was kind of hoping that I'd live that. I'm not gonna lie. I see him switching to Gyarados here. I think I need to make an aggressive play to win this game. So... Okay, so he Mach Punched right there. I don't think you go to Excadrill here. Okay, so he sacks his Conk, which is awesome for me. So I don't want to let Gyarados in. I really don't want to let Gyarados in, so I'm fine with him going Hydreigon here. And then I'm gonna have to sack Rotom, I think. This is gonna be some tough stuff here. Dark Pulse there. Maybe I lived. Oh, nice. Really nice. That was big. I was like, maybe I live on Earthquake. Probably not. So this Gyarados here is definitely gonna do a lot of damage to me. I think I have to Draco. I'm just gonna Draco. And then it could drag it. I think sacking Hydreigon is the right play here. Yep. Okay, yeah. And I think that's a win right there. So, I don't know if I won that game if I didn't flinch his Excadrill. But we take those. I'm sorry that I was very quiet there at the end. I was like, I don't know what is going on. I just kind of needed a moment to process what was coming up here. Yeah, that flinch on the Excadrill was big. Pretty sure he killed me. So, also not missing Draco was big. It's not a given that we hit Draco. So, okay, this team, he's got Dracovish. Dracovish is pretty big, but I've got Seismitoad. But he has Lapras for my Seismitoad. I don't like Lapras. I don't think it's a very good Pokemon in this particular generation. But I guess it does get Freeze Dry, so it's something to hit Seismitoad. I don't know. If you really need something to hit Seismitoad, I think I'd rather just go like Energy Ball, Chandelure, or like Appleton, something like that. Okay, maybe Appleton's not great because you get Toxic or you get Ice Beamed or something like that. He can't sweep me with Dracovish because I've got Hydreigon, I've got Seismitoad, I've got Corviknight, so I'm not particularly worried about that. I think I'll lead Rotom here. I think Rotom leads pretty well against this guy's team. I take a first impression pretty well, so I'm just going to Volt Switch. And he goes to Seismitoad. Yep. I can always just pivot to Corviknight. As we know, Corviknight does pretty well against Seismitoad. I'm totally risking burn, but I think I'm okay with being burned on my Corviknight. I will U-turn right here. Interesting. I guess I can go... I'll go Clefable right here, because I don't want to get Toxicked. And we'll just accept this. So yes, generally Sylveon 1v1's Clefable, but I have Thunder Wave, so I want to Thunder Wave this Sylveon right now. And I'll go to Corviknight right here. Interesting. I was thinking maybe he'd be adamant and just stay in, but I'm gonna... So this thing gets like... This thing gets Dragon Dance, so 240 times 1.5, that's 360 whole, that's 360 whole speed right there. So, and I don't know what special defense you have. It might be in my best interest to try U-turn and try to switch to Rotom, and I think ooh, I'm faster. I think I'll go to Conk. I think Conk can take a hit. Interesting. I don't think you would stay in here unless you're gonna protect. So I'm gonna Earthquake here. Yeah, so he's gonna protect. I'll Close Combat, just in case he's like, maybe I shouldn't switch to Sylveon. But even if he does switch to Sylveon, this is going to do a lot of damage. I think Conk is pretty good this game because it outspeeds a good number of his Pokemon. I'm assuming that it's going to outspeed this Lapras set. So he does switch to Sylveon. He does give me 49%. And I think for that, I'm going to click Close Combat again. It's unfortunate that he didn't get that Protect there. But also, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters a ton. I'm going to Close Combat a third time. Because at this point, like if he switches something into Close Combat, I'm doing a lot of damage to him. And it also kills Sylveon, so... I'm gonna guess that he's gonna go to Surfetched. Okay, well he opts to go to Dracovish. Interesting. Do I need to keep Conk? I know I said Conk is good in this game, but then now I kind of let it take a lot of damage, and I don't think I'm gonna get it back to health. So maybe I should just Mach Punch and get damage. Cause it's not like, well, I do have a switch in. But also I don't want Toad to take too much damage if it's not in the cards for it. In case he goes for a dragon move. I'll Mach Punch. Interesting play. I'm gonna go to Clefable, because I think that Clefable takes on these hits pretty well. Okay, whoever he goes is gonna... Well, I'm gonna wish right here. See, Conk is a good... He might think I'm going Conk, I don't know. So I'm gonna go Rotom. Yeah. That is kind of what I expected. So I'm gonna Trick right here. I'll stay with the Trick. So we trade Choice Scarfs there. Interesting. Which gives me a Volt Switch. Interesting. Very interesting plays. Like I'm all about it. He's like, obviously he's gonna attack me or something like that. I don't know. Pretty interesting. At this point I'm gonna defog. I'm not fearing this Lapras because I can totally U-turn on it. Well, let's Roost right here in case he protects or something like that. Interesting. But Rotom is fine here, I think. So I think he... maybe this wasn't a good play. I'm gonna Trick because it forces him to go to Dracovish. Maybe I should hard switch to Toad. This is a tough one to think about. So if he stays in and I feel like going to Toad is the mid-ground play. I think that's sensible. Okay. So now I get a free Toxic on whatever comes in, and Lapras is the Toxic of choice. I think Corviknight is just pretty good against this Lapras. It's also pretty good against Surfetch. Oh, okay, he forfeits. Well, I don't know why he forfeited. I don't think the game was over at that point. I mean, I definitely was... I definitely had him on the back foot, but I don't think he lost. Like, he would have to make a switch, probably. Something like Seismitoad, and then, like, it was some U-turn shenanigans, but, I don't think he should have forfeited that soon. I don't think the game was over. I think he could... Like, if I made any sort of misplay on my part, could have really lost me the game. Like, I let my Rotom take, like, way too much damage. Now, that being said, I wouldn't let it get into that situation again, but still. That was a particularly interesting game. I really liked that switch to Seismitoad play. It was super risky. Like, if I tricked again, then that was pretty much a gain. This is a much more, like, bulky offense team. I kind of like that. Clefable, this particular Clefable, as we know, does pretty okay against Como. If it takes a +1 Flash Cannon and definitely will kill back with Moonblast. I am kind of scared of Togekiss. I've got Rotom and he doesn't have any... Well, okay, he's got Mamoswine as a electric immunity. So I'm gonna have to get rid of Mamoswine for sure. That's the big one. Conk is really good on this team against this guy's team, but I need to watch out about Aegislash and Togekiss. So, I'm gonna go with Corviknight to begin with, and he's got Como, so I'm going to U-turn immediately. If he Clangorous Souls here, then we're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to play this Clefable game. Let me check this calc again. So something like Clefable, Como. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I'm not gonna calc it. We'll just go in for raw damage. Should I go to Conk? Should I go to Conk? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think Conk is an appropriate play. I don't think the Earthquake is going to do enough. I think I'm risking it dying if this is a spec set. I just don't think that's a good play. Should probably just go to Hydreigon. That's the safest play. And I could Dark Pulse here, or I could Flash Cannon to try to get something on Switch. I think I'm just gonna Dark Pulse. Because he goes to Togekiss, at least I know what his thought process is here. So, I'm really not cool with Togekiss. I don't like this Pokemon at all. I'm cool if it tricks me a Scarf, though, because I've got my own Scarf. And I'm faster than it. I'm gonna Trick here. Fairly low drawback. Okay. That's not the Pokemon I would have preferred to Trick to, but it means that he can't set up, means that he cannot set up anything like a Nasty Plot or a Sub. So then Corviknight is a good switch, because Dark Pulse is not going to do that much. And then in comes Mamoswine. Interesting. I'm going to Iron Head this Mamoswine for damage. And then I'm going to Defog. And yes, that was really nice of him to for his Bisharp to catch me there. He's got to be faster than me, so I get to U-turn. And then this gives me Conk. And you know, this Togekiss is a problem. I should probably switch to something like Rotom. I'm gonna Drain Punch though, just to get the damage off. That was not a lot of damage, and that was definitely not worth it. I'll go to Rotom. Now I'm totally risking like losing to Flinch. But I'm okay with that. I'll go to Clefable. I think Clefable is okay. I think Clefable takes a hit here too. So I don't mind Moonblasting as he gets rocks up. I was really, really hoping that this would just kill straight out, but I guess I don't know. I guess I understand. I'm gonna Wish. Okay. Do you think he'll save this Mamoswine, or do you think he'll switch out? I don't know. I want to test him, and this test was awesome. That was great. That was I like that. So my Corviknight's really low, and I'm not a big fan of that. But this crippling this Aegis Flash was awesome. And now, who do I not need? I don't know. It's a good question. I'll go to Seismitoad. If he's a physical Aegis Flash, then I take him on pretty well. He's not, but I definitely outspeed him. So, see, Earthquake is an option. I don't know. I'll have Stealth Rock here. Ooh. I'll just go for damage. Earthquaking there definitely would have been nice, but I think this gives me Corviknight, and Corviknight can definitely just roost up. I don't think the paralysis matters too much there, but I'm gonna go for Iron Head. You can get paralysis and flinches. I know that this is pretty unfortunate. I don't know what this guy is saying with nice play. My Clefable's at full, so I don't really mind this. Ooh, okay. This is pretty tech. Are you something like Salak Berry? Does Komodo learn anything like Bullet Punch? I don't know. Learn Komodo Mach Punch? Interesting. I don't know what to do for that. I'm kind of just assuming that Mach Punch will kill. I didn't want to go to I don't know. I didn't want to go to what's my Pokemon's name? Hydreigon, and you know, lose it there. I feel like Air Slash is not going to do much to Corviknight. Interesting. This definitely does give him Bisharp. To which I think I can go to Rotom here, because it sufficiently stops him from... It will definitely stop him from setting up the whole way with, like, I don't know, with multiple Swords Dances, so we'll Overheat. Sacking Rotom there was okay, because this gives me basically free Mach Punch. So if he goes to... Does he have, no, he can't go to Mamo, because he didn't have enough. Yeah, and I killed there. I don't know if my opponent really thought that I made a bad play, and that's why you're saying nice play very ironically, or if he actually thought that... Well, okay, obviously he didn't think it was a nice play because there was some paralysis hacks there, but I thought that I was pretty safe to just go for Iron Head, because I'm especially defensive Corviknight, and I'm not going to take all that much from Aegis Slash. Like, we can go ahead and calc this right now. This is, of course, being uploaded on Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I don't know if that's, like, all the appropriate titles, but just, I don't know, in case you guys were ever wondering. So, like, 252... Something like, we'll just do Rash Nature, just something for plus special attack. Shadow Ball. Choice Specs. There's a lot to Abomasnow, we know that. Corviknight. Go for my custom set. Yeah, this is, you see this is plus defense. If we go 252, calm, careful. Yeah, I didn't like, I took a, he did hit me with a Shadow Ball, and it would do about 50%, and I don't think my Corviknight was quite at 50. I don't think my Corviknight was in range to die, and if I get hit by it, then I can just roost off the damage. So, you know, I thought that it was a pretty safe play. I don't think he actually thought that I was making a bad play. I think he was just a little tilted that I paralyzed him. And you know what? I would be tilted too if I lost to somebody who was 100 elo points lower than me. Because of hacks. I don't think I won this game solely because of hacks. But if hacks were not in my favor, then it would have been a tougher game for sure. So, interesting. I don't like to check ladder on these videos because I don't want people to come to my videos, see that I have a lot of points on ladder, and think, oh, points are what's important in this game. Because definitely what's more important is making good plays, using teams that you like to play with, and getting better at the game. The points will come with that. And if you're struggling to get points, like if you're at 1300, if you're at 1200 and you just can't crack up to the next echelon of the ladder, don't even worry about it. These points don't matter like at all. Like, look at this guy, Wario Masters with 2005 elo. Like, what was that? Like Pokemon Emerald points? What does that mean? It doesn't. Effectively, these ladder points don't mean much of anything. And like rank on the ladder doesn't mean anything. I'm just checking because I'm kind of curious. Luck Reliant Gamer. Hey, that's me. Okay, so I'm at 348. That's pretty cool. This is probably the highest I've ever been on OU ladder, for being honest with ourselves. Yeah. Definitely don't even worry about your points on the ladder. It's just kind of something to flex, really. It's not indicative of like a great player. Like I'm doing pretty well on ladder. You guys can see that, and I wouldn't say that I'm a bad player. I know how to make good plays. I know how to think ahead in a very general sense. I'm not very good at thinking like multiple turns ahead and saying like, oh, okay, I know how to get myself to this position exactly within like a certain number of turns. And I'm also not a very good tournament player. Like, as you guys know from watching my videos, I've lost 2 tournament games. One of them because I fucking choked. Excuse my language, but like, I'm never gonna let myself live that down. And another one because I didn't bring a very good team. I don't think I should prep better. But yeah, I've also never really won any sort of like room tournaments, like in the tournaments or overuse. I used to play a lot of those when I was like really active back in Gen 6, back in like XY. But I never really won. I was also not as good a player back then though. So, I don't know. Maybe if I went in I could win one, but winning a tournament like that is not, I also don't think is indicative of a good player. Like, I'm thinking something like an SPL winner, somebody who's like qualifying for stuff like that, who's going to draft leagues. I think those are people who are generally good players. Like, if you see Pokeaim MD, all of his accolades, Blunder winning that trophy, and maybe somebody who doesn't play a ton. I don't think Jambad plays a ton of tournaments, but like, you can just listen to him talk about Pokemon, listen to him say exactly what he's thinking about every game, and you can tell that he knows what he's doing. He's winning a lot of otherwise losing matchups because he's a very smart player. And I don't think I'm quite at that level. Even if you look at, like, I don't know, hopefully nothing bad is going on here, but like a user like Blunder, hold on, let me, it's rank, quiescent, like, OU, what OU is that? Is that, Gen 7? Yeah, but like, look, if you see Blunder, like, he doesn't have nearly as many points as me, but I'm sure he's a better player. If you look at it, like, his win-loss ratio, it's a lot better than mine. If you look at rank, I think Sword Jamed is what Jambad uses. Yeah, like, he's 100 points lower than me, but look at this win-loss record. That's incredible. Like, me? That's not right. Where the heck did everybody go? That is a good question, Knucklehead. Like, look at my win-loss record. This is, like, not nearly as neat. Now, of course, I had a lot of catching up to do to these guys. These guys were very good before the gen started. I was rusted when the gen started, and also I needed to pick up. This, I don't know what this value means, but like 1640 plus or minus 26, like, I don't know if that's supposed to be like my predicted elo, but like, I smashed that. I'm probably gonna go on a big drop as soon as I play another game, but yeah, I'm really happy with this video. I'm really happy with what we've been doing so far. I'm really happy that this channel is like finally getting off the ground. Like, I always wanted to make videos on YouTube, like ever since I was like 11 years old, and I was watching Chugga Conroy do his Let's Play of whatever it was at the time. Like, the first Let's Play I watched by him was like Pokemon Crystal, and I was like, wow, I really like this form of media. And yeah, here I am making my own videos. This is awesome. This is just awesome. So if you guys think this is awesome too, go ahead and leave comments. Do whatever you need to do. If you have OBS, if you have a computer, and if you play Showdown, I encourage you to try making some of your own videos, seeing what you can share with the world. Hopefully, you know, somebody will learn something from it. Anyway, this is the team. Of course, I'll be putting it in the description again. I don't know if I'm going to take this team to the house tour tournament that I have for this week. I'm playing Gen 8 OU this week instead of Gen 6 because I'm a little tilted on Gen 6 right now. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from it. But yeah, enjoy your day. Do well in school. Brush your teeth. And I'll see you guys in the next video.